Interim is up right now. It's been up. That's why he illegally bypassed the Senate and shit to keep her in there with Hava. But the circuit that Hava was in kicked her out because she was over there in Jersey. You cannot fuck up over there with those Northerners. Like they will get so mad at you. So apparently the meeting between Mondani and Trump went well. I don't know because he be changing his mind after these things. You guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for the views. Let me go turn off the music. I don't think people really like it for the politics. Thanks for the people who use the link down in the description or the comments and donate. Thank y'all for being here.
Ready
Thank
to
you, thank you,
serve.
thank you. Thank you, thank you. I feel like the Asians. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like a
Powering off.
1,001 thank yous. So we're not even gonna talk about this. Actually, if y'all wanted to read that article, go on my Newsbreak, or just go on Newsbreak, or just Google it. Trump expected to fire Pam Bondi and Patel after midterm elections. I mean, well, Patel's tenure is not up, but Bondi, her tenure is supposed to be up anyways. But you know why he gonna fuck over Patel? Just because Trump do what Trump do. He fucked people over. So basically, this whole video we're gonna be talking about Ukraine, because forever I stand with Ukraine. Okay. So we're gonna be talking about the White House right now is making a plan for it's supposed to be the end of the war and what Zelensky is supposed to do. Y'all know it's just more bullying and manipulation and bullshit. And then they're trying to say that Ukraine is banned from NATO, which they're not. They are still due to enter NATO in 2026, and there's nothing that Trump can do about it, even though he wants to do some shit about it. Then we're going to talk about Trump impeachment, how they went ahead and filed up an article for his ass. They getting those things together for Christmas. Merry Christmas, you dirty motherfucker. Y'all remember that? That made more. What's that movie? And then US I'm gonna make a video for this next week, but I'll talk about it within this video where we're gonna talk about how the Congress is going to decriminalize marijuana nationwide in America. In my country. They want to make weed legal. So take that, Trump THC ban, bitch. It won't even matter then. It will be that means that marijuana will be coming off the schedule, and it's not seen as a drug. It's seen as an herb, like so it should be. But first, let's talk about. I'll talk about that last. Let's talk about this right here. Okay, because y'all can't get me for copyrights when I talk about articles. Zelensky warns of difficult moment of history after Trump gives Ukraine days to accept this plan and end of war. Let's watch this video. What's going on here?
Hi, I'm Bernuvo, a revolutionary, proactive health MRI scan.
And I'm a frustrated patient whose abdominal pain has not been taken seriously.
Not to worry, I scan for hundreds of conditions to help patients like you be more informed.
Wait, I'm sick care. Your legacy healthcare system. Oh, it's you. Oh, this abdominal pain is just in her head. That must be a relief.
As a state-of-the-art MRI scan, I'm designed to find the cause of that abdominal pain without judgment or dismissiveness.
That sounds great.
Can I get a Pernuvo too?
You may have heard there's a new peace proposal for Ukraine. Well, much of it may be dead on arrival, but it's still pretty perilous for Kiev. Key to all of this, for 28 points, is the timing. President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine is in a very perilous position along the front lines, where near Pokrovsk and in Zaporizhia, Russian forces are genuinely making some quite fast territorial gains. But at the same time, this is coinciding with really an unprecedented domestic political crisis for him. A corruption investigation is swirling around his inner circle involving energy, and that's really sapping, potentially, his ability to deal with the emergency on the front line. So this proposal contains an awful lot that Ukraine's already rejected, but in times perhaps where it felt more confident. What's in the plan? Well, the first non-starter in Ukraine's mind is the idea they have to give give up more territory, particularly in the Donetsk area where they fought hard over the past years. There's a suggestion from Russia there could be a demilitarized zone even there without any soldiers in it that is technically part of Russia. That's an almost impossible sell. They also want elections within 100 days. Well, that is a political bomb, frankly, for President Zelensky. They can't run legitimate elections that quickly, and it basically puts his shelf life as a talking point from that moment onwards. And then finally, there are severe limits as to Ukraine's future geopolitical alliances, whether it can join NATO. A lot of this unacceptable, but the fact we're hearing it right now is a bid to increase pressure on Zelensky at a time when he's already got enough of it in Ukraine.
Yeah, that's so basically what he just went over was the plan that Rubio and Trump are putting together, and we're supposed to be controlling Zelensky. Like these you control ass motherfucks. Before we go into this article, just to sum it up, basically Trump and like the reporter just said, Zelensky already has enough. You know, he's got Putin bombing on his home, trying to take over Ukraine and invading basically. And what to me is crazy, you're gonna you tear up the land so you can keep it. That's my opinion with Putin. But anyways, that's what Zelensky is going through. And of course, Zelensky cannot get any help from us right now in America because Trump is the president right now. Trump can't even help himself. But honestly, I feel like Trump would just, you could do so much better if you would just stop. Because they're trying to draft up plans, and you can tell Putin's behind these plans where they have to they have to do elections. We're gonna tell them to do elections. And for what, bitch? They have to give up land. They can't fight anymore. And we're telling them that they're not going to be able to enter NATO. So the U.S. started NATO, but we're not in control of NATO like that. And then they're still a separate entity that controls themselves. And then right now, Putin's fighting NATO right now. So if anything, NATO is going to want to continue. NATO is entering Ukraine in 2026. That is still they're still meant to do that. And Trump over here trying to get Nobel Peace Prizes. You're not going to get no damn Nobel Peace Prize when you writing up contracts telling people to put down arms and get their ass beat. And now you ain't going to be able to join NATO. You being a fucking bully. Bullies don't get you Nobel Peace Prizes. And you bombed 10 ships in Venezuela. You know you're going to hell for that. I need to go get myself some more water. But anyways, U.S. President Trump. The audacity, though. You're the Rubio and Trump's administration, the Doge boys, are writing up a contract telling Ukraine what to do, and this is going to end the war. That's not going to end no war. It's manipulation. You just don't want him to fight because he's an underdog, Ukraine, and they actually could help themselves. But you don't want them to do that at all. Oh yes, and now I'm glad I remember the resources. Why do racist Europeans do this all the time worldwide throughout history since the dawn of time? Y'all, they did this over here in America. They're doing it right now. Trump is trying to get on the reservation so he can mine for resources, coal and oil and other people's expenses, robbing the land of its resources rather than being partners with the land, farming with the land, and getting the resources out the land the correct way. But anyways, everything he do, just like Hitler had to go, Trump will go too. So FDT, that's what I call Trump, has given Ukraine less than a week to accept his plan. And then no one has to accept your plan. No one has to accept it. Did you know that, bitch? Nobody has to accept your plan. This mammy-made plan that you made up last week that ain't got no consideration to do with nothing about nothing. Widely seen as favoring Russia. I just said this is Putin telling Trump what to do and everybody can fucking see it. Trump is Putin's puppet. Putin got his hand up your ass. Essence, I'll be your friend. I'm sorry, I get that so much. If y'all seen that series or that movie, The Dark Crystal, and so it's the guy who made the Muppets. What's his name? Jim but anyways, he also made The Dark Crystal, which is another puppeteer that he did. And it's for my generation, for Generation X. It's supposed to travel throughout our time till we die. It's a show for us. But they have a series. And so the inorganic ones, they're supposed to be the people who are not from this planet and they're evil. And this is supposed to be the story, but it's supposed to be a story that also reflects the world. So they know about human beings and they're supposed to be guiding them to destruction, to human beings killing them because they don't like human beings. And so they call them the inorganic ones. But I'm always making that joke because when they in the series, when they come up to the Delphlings, to the Earthlings and stuff, they always how to trick them. They always say, "But I'm your friend," and they say it just like that too. And that makes me just, I find it hilarious because some people out here act like that. Do y'all see that in your life? I'm your friend, nigga, motherfucker. I'm your friend. Here they are. Why you got that knife in my back, Brutus, bitch? This don't seem like no friendly shit. Anyways, Trump over here. Putin do that to Trump. I'm your friend, Trump. No, he not. He bombing your ass. He joining Venezuela to bomb your ass right now. Go news break it. End of the war that he's helping perpetuate. President Vladimir Zelensky said that his country faced one of the most difficult moments in its history. I know it has, and he don't need Trump over here making it worse with his broke, fat ankle ass. And don't hit no fucking buttons just because y'all get mad because I said that. Flip out, motherfucker, flip out. I've had a lot of deadlines, but if things are working well, you tend to extend the deadline. But Thursday, the U.S. president said in a radio interview, Fox News, bitch, ain't nobody really even listening to your lame duck ass no more. Talking about Trump. He's supposed to be a lame duck. What that means is you're not supposed to be listening to him because everything come out his mouth is blah, 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 blah. 20-point plan put forward by, this is the plan that Trump and Rubio have named it. Put forward by Trump puts pressure on Kyiv to cede territory to just give that up to Putin. Why? For free? Just because you're a fucking bully and you obviously ain't getting it easily? And this is how bullies do? Just give me your lunch money and I won't have to beat you up. Bitch, I take karate, ho. Let's go ahead and fight. Let's meet in Kentucky. I'm sorry, that's a little bit of American history. One of the places that you could duel to the death was in Kentucky. But other places you couldn't. Did you know that? Some other places you couldn't do that. That's why the South is still the South. Limit the size of the so they're also not allowed to have a big old military just in case Ukraine could beat somebody ass with their own military. U.S. Trump is telling them that you can't have but a certain amount of people in your military. And they have to promise, this is how Trump has to get Ukraine not to join NATO. They have to promise not to join. You have to promise. Bitch, you break promises. Trump break promises daily. Every millisecond you break a damn promise, I'm going to break a promise with you, bitch. You know it before you even made the pinky promise, swear, blow on it, all that book broke it. Shut up. Look, if you're breaking promises with me, I'm going to break... See, they think Zelensky's so good. He's really good. Zelensky's actually a soldier who's been to war. See, Zelensky's good, though. If we make him promise not to join NATO, he won't join. Bitch, they're already joining NATO 2026. And get over it, Trump, and put your ankles up. All right? And when they join, you're supposed to do this, Trump. Good for you. Yay! Damn. And they have to promise not to join. Bitch, that ain't happening. In exchange for an end of the war and a long time standing Kremlin demands. Oh, yeah, she just said the Putin has been saying he wanted this shit for a long time. And no offense, but ain't nobody listening to Putin right now. You're not even helping Russia. Russia didn't make a profit this year. And now you trying to rub that shit off over here in America. Bro, chill. It was criticized by Zelensky during a video that addressed the nation on Friday as presenting Ukraine with a choice between losing its dignity or a key ally. What key ally? Okay, if you do everything we said, Putin gonna be your bestest friend. Bitch, no the fucking Putin don't have friends. He's Scorpion rising like me. He's his own friend, bitch. You need to learn about them Scorpion. He only cares about his talent and how great he can do in life and how he can show himself how great he could be, whatever those greatnesses might be. But whether that's good or bad, that's not a man looking for friends like you that don't make no money. Nah. That's a man, if you're weak, he will use you. If I was you, I would have stayed away, Trumpy Trump. All right, speaking from the Oval Office later in the day, Trump said that he was confident that plan is a way of getting peace. This ain't no peace, bitch. You're a bully. And said that it needed Zelensky's approval. So as long as Zelensky don't approve it, you're good. I didn't see it. It was on your desk for 3 years. It got dusty. I ain't see nothing. I ain't see your fucking funky ass plan. Your mammy made plan. It looked like somebody had scratched it up with chicken scratch. The handwriting was crazy. I couldn't read it. I was saying, man, did you know I know all the things to say? It somehow fell on the shredder. Just boop. Oh my God. In there. However, he suggested Zelensky had little choice but to accept. So that means he got all the choice in the world not to accept. Anything that a liar say, once you realize this is a liar, everything he say is going to be the opposite, and that will be the truth, okay? That's how liars do. And that's Trump right there. He's just a liar, you know. That's it. Wait, he showed us what he is. What the fuck can we do? But understand he's a liar, and he lamed up president, and don't listen to him and do the opposite of what he says. So if he told Zelensky sign this paper, what you need to do is burn the paper up. Don't sign that paper. Whatever you do, pray that go get the Pope. Whatever you do not fucking sign that damn dumbass paper. All right? He'll have to like it. Trump said he will have to like it. This man, he's so sick and disgusted. Zelensky is not a 12-year-old girl. And he doesn't like it, then he should just keep fighting, I guess, Trump told reporters. Yeah, that's what he gonna do. So don't worry about it, Trump. You just Republicans waste their time. Earlier, Russia's President Vladimir Putin told the Security Council briefing that he had received the U.S. proposal and that he believed it could be a form of basis of a final peace settlement. Yeah, that doesn't mean Zelensky's sweet, but that don't mean he's actually going to do that. He's still a man of business. The Russian president, Putin? The Russian president said that he was ready to show the flexibility. Man, anytime Putin say that, he want to show the flexibility of his muscles after he punched you in the face. That was agreed upon during the summit. Bitch, okay, how fuck you? The summit that was done behind Zelensky's back? Zelensky wasn't there with Trump in Alaska. Yeah, we'll skip that because all of this is bullying bullshit and manipulation. A very difficult choice. In this video, it addresses Zelensky said, the pressure on Ukraine is now at its most intense. Ukraine may now face a very difficult choice, either the loss of dignity and risk losing a key partner, which he's talking about, America, but it's only temporary till Trump gets out, or 28 difficult points, or an extreme harsh winter. Yeah, and they're getting ready to go through winter. They don't have time for Trump and his dumbass. Like, people have to worry about people of their community and their country and survive. Ukraine would work calmly and quickly with the U.S. and its partners towards the end of the war, Zelensky said. Zelensky spoke with the U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance on Friday about the plan. Definitely don't speak with him. He's still got a drag mind, and not the right kind. A number of the European leaders have spoken out in support of Ukraine since the details of Trump's proposal were released, vowing to stand by Kyiv and insisting that no decision should be made about the fate of the country without its input. Exactly. That's crazy. You're making decisions about Ukraine and Ukraine's not there to talk about what they feel is best for them. That's what Trump is doing. He's Hitler, part 2. Still, the EU appears to have left largely out of the cold. Though, Trump, did you tell NATO that NATO was supposed to be doing all this shit towards Ukraine? Because I'm pretty sure no one's on the same page as you. Though the German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said Trump discussed the U.S. plan on a phone call Friday and agreed on the next steps to the advisor level. You tell me anything. In a joint with Zelensky earlier Friday, Merz, the French president, Macron, and the British Prime Minister Stammer, which fuck him too. He's KKK. He is. He's not for people being different out here. Agreed to continue to pursue the goal of safeguarding vital European and Ukraine interests and long-term according German government. How many fuckovers do you need for y'all to understand that Trump is for Putin? Trump's alliance is with Putin, and that's it. So this includes ensuring that the line of contact is starting point of an understanding that the Ukraine armed forces remain capable of effectively defending Ukraine's sovereignty. It is said in the statement deferring the U.S. proposal, which calls the Ukraine to withdraw from some of its own territory. They're doing what they did to this is what white people do. And they convince themselves that they're within the right to do this. I'm talking about racist white people who come from Europe. You went to Australia, deem that a prison island. Tasmania, deem that a prison island. And you're going to tell the Aborigines to go to the outback. The Aboriginal people to go to the outback. Then you come to, they did it in Europe. I don't know too much about it. They did it in India. But I know they did this over here in America, sending the Native Americans over to the reservations. And my ancestors didn't go to the reservation. And they confused the rest of the people of the tribe. It's people who talk to me like, you need to go back to the res. No, you need to go back to the res, because my ancestors never walked to the res. They always kept their home. They did not walk. Mine didn't, but yours did. They did this over here. And so then they're doing the same thing with Ukraine. Marching those people out from their land. If they could even say, oh, we put a spot for you over here, which is manipulation and lies and figuring out a way to kill people. You keep doing this over and over and over and over again. These racist white people repeat their shit over and over and over again throughout history. And honestly, by us not getting mad at them, we let them continue to do this. And then there's other white people who don't like the reputation that these racist white people are giving. And they're doing this to rob the land of their resources, to rape the land of oil, gas. And this is definitely, we have ways now in this modern day that we don't have to rape Earth anymore. Like, let these marijuana boys do their thing. For real, because we could be running these cars off of him. We can make everything off of him. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said that in a post on X that Europe leaders would meet on Saturday as a margin of the G20 summit in Gothenburg to discuss the proposal. The UK Prime Minister Stamper said that the discussion at G20 would focus on how we can strengthen this plan for the next phase of negotiations. He's such a backstabber. He's for Trump. Trump's for Putin. But Putin is about to take over all of Europe. And honestly, you're for it. Stammer, what the fuck are you talking about? Excuse me? No, I'm not for that. Yes, you are. You don't see that you're helping Trump. And when Trump in return helps Putin, and Putin is not helping the rest of Europe. Haven't y'all been against him for how long? There's only one country around the G20 table that is not calling for a ceasefire, which is Russia. And one country that is deploying barrage of drones and missiles and destroy livelihoods and murder innocent civilians. Stammer, you're such a backstabber, Stammer. This guy from the UK. You just said that shit. But you don't give a, but you are for Trump writing these proposals and these plans, telling Ukraine to withdraw from their own country. You're not telling Trump, stop helping Putin, stop. You messing us all up, stop. You're not telling him that. You're helping him. So I know, I asked people at UK, how is Starmer? And they're like, yeah, he's not good. Yeah, the people are correct. He's not good. Time and again, Russia pretends to be serious about peace, but their actions never live up to their words. Neither do yours. Neither do yours. You act like you're about peace, but you're really about hurting people who are different from you. Like some Inquisition shit that you have learned from the past. And honestly, you are brutish. You backstabbing your own country. Trump is for Putin. Trump helps Putin. And you help Trump. So you help Putin indirectly. The fuck? Everybody can see that. I'm not even in your country and I can see that about you. Zelensky, I will not betray Ukraine. We're gonna end it there because Zelensky is a beautiful man. All right. He's gonna fight hard for his country. That I wish my president would do the same. All right, so let's talk about this bullshit. Ukraine banned from NATO. Russia readmits to the G8 and territory cede. What's in Trump's plan draft? This is a part of we're going to go deeper into what Trump has and Rubio has written up in their plan. Which is, by the way, before we get into it, it's bullshit. Like I've said to you before we started, Ukraine is set to enter NATO 2026, and there's nothing that anyone can do about it. Not even Trump. All he can do is ask Zelensky, just promise that you won't enter. That's all he can do. And that ain't shit. FDT's latest plan for ending the war in Ukraine will see territory cede to Russia. That means they want to give some of Ukraine's land to Russia. Russia readmits to the G8 and in Ukraine banned from joining. And Ukraine is banned from joining NATO. No, it's not just because someone in an article wrote this. According to the draft of the proposal seen by Axis, this is the person who's writing that? Associated Press, they reported that. The cautious response from Ukraine administration stood in contrast of the outrage at the plan from Ukraine's official, who called it absurd, capitalization, and effective end to extinct an independent country. Yeah. The plan appears to repeat Moscow's maximalist demand. Yeah, Putin's already said this to Ukraine. And violate numerous Ukraine red lines. It would require a turnabout from Zelensky. No, I'm beating your ass. This is so funny. I'm beating your ass. You've been trying to beat my ass. Putin's been trying to beat Zelensky's ass. And Zelensky's an underdog and he's beating their ass. And so Putin's like, stop, turn around, go back to where you came from. No, because if this was the other way around and someone was calling mercy on Putin, please stop, turn around, go the other way, Putin would not stop. So you cannot have mercy for him. He would not have mercy for you. That's exactly what it looked like. It looks like it's crazy with how things look, but it looks like Zelensky's winning and Putin is asking. This is his way of asking for mercy. And he's not asking, he's demanding. He's going to get Trump or someone else, a messenger. Tell him to agree to my commands again. No, Putin, dang, you already know. So who has said giving up territory? Zelensky has already said giving up territory is unacceptable. It would also probably be deemed unacceptable by Ukraine's European alliances. The friends, but honestly, Stammer and the rest of them act like they don't care, in my opinion. Who have long insisted that they should be given a role in peace talks, given a broader implications of settlement and the continent's security, particularly on NATO's eastern flank. It does get annoying when European people are like, for years, let's just talk. And like people are fighting, ain't nobody talking. The plan was reportedly drafted by Russia and U.S. officials, including the influential head of Russia's sovereign wealth, Dmitriev. Anyways, who has involved in previous talks in Ukraine and known to be in touch with the U.S. specials to envoy Steve Witkoff. People that people can't stand. On Thursday, the White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt, I don't want to hear anything she has to say. She just does not say anything, really. Witkoff and the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio have been quietly working on a plan with both Russia and Ukraine. You ain't working with Ukraine, just Russia. It's just Putin calling you on the phone. For around a month They've only been working for a month, Leibowitz said, and this came from their spokesperson. She rejected concerns that the plan echoes many of Moscow's demands that previous demands that they've already made. No, it doesn't say anything in there about, previous demands that Russia had set. So Ukraine would give up Donbass. This is what Trump is trying to tell Zelensky to do. Region to Russia, according to the draft seen by numbers of outlets which correspond to Moscow's previous demands. Yeah, Crimea has already been giving up to Russia. Let's go to the next article. Which one am I on? Right here. Impeachment articles will be filed against Trump before Christmas. Merry Christmas, you dirty motherfucker. A Democrat representative says articles of impeachment will be filed against Trump before Christmas. Al Green has confirmed at a speech in Washington, D.C. yesterday that motions of the impeachment of president would be filed this year, according to Green. There will be articles of impeachment filed before Christmas break. This I pledge to you. Ossoff should be on it too. So Trump's faced 2 separate impeachments during his first term. His first impeachment was for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. This was voted through from 230 to 19. Vote of House of 197. Vote in the House of Representatives. The U.S. Senate went on to vote 48 guilty, 52 not guilty. Trump had been accused of breaking the law and pressuring Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky to dig up information on political rivals during 2020 election. Trump was impeached in December, but was ultimately cleared. A second impeachment for incitement of insurrection passed. I don't even understand how he's getting away with any of this. Passed through the U.S. Senate, besides the fact that he's white and other supremacists help him, but he's racist and he don't help them. A second impeachment for incitement of insurrection passed through the U.S. Senate on 57 to 43 vote, though it fell 10 short of a conviction. He needed to be convicted. Well, he's convicted. I'm sure he was convicted back then. He's convicted 44 times now. Trump is the first president in history to be impeached twice. And he will be repeat impeached and removed. There have been some presidents who've been impeached and resigned, some presidents who've been impeached and not removed, but Trump, people are looking to impeach and remove him. Ultimately, 10 rebel Republicans would vote with the rebel. Stop using these adjectives, you articleists. Let me read that over again. Ultimately, 10 Republicans would vote with Democrats, enough to pass the impeachment, but not enough to convict. That was the second impeachment. It was not clear what the impeachment charge would be in Green's filing. The impeachment charge this year? I'm sure there's multiple. It is also unclear whether the impeachment would... See, the reason why would he tell your plan before he's getting ready to execute it? So you can figure out how to beat him before he does it? Come on. Put your thinking caps on. It is also unclear whether the impeachment would pass as the Republican hold the majority of the House of Representatives. That's not going to be for long. Should Trump face a third impeachment, the House must vote on an article of impeachment, and if majority is reached, a trial begins in the Senate. Political commenters believe that Trump should be confirmed as one of Jeffrey Epstein's clients and could face a third impeachment. Writing for the Raw Story, Robert Reich suggested that Epstein's issue could come to define Trump's second term. He wrote that the stakes for Trump are huge. If he was in fact one of Epstein's clients, which he was, there's no way of hiding or denying that. It could lead this impeachment in the House and conviction of the Senate. I wouldn't use that. I would not use that. I would use stuff like his war crimes. Like you're bombing ships out of like random ships that you can't prove that you said to have drugs, and you have no proof of that, and you're bombing them. And you're getting ready, because you're doing that to Venezuela, you're trying to get ready to do that to Nigeria. I would be getting him for all his war crimes. Like that Epstein shit that you did, it's serious, but you have a lot of other serious things going on. You're a traitor. You're throwing the whole country to Putin. There's plenty of things we can impeach Trump on. It doesn't have to just be on his connection with Epstein. Though I mean that does help him go down. Because Trump's MAGA base, to which congressional Republicans are well, there's a lot of Republicans who are leaving the party right now because that party is not the Republican Party anymore. It's KKK. It would probably turn. They feel that MAGA Republicans are going to turn against him. Well, you're not really doing anything for Republicans. Even this healthcare bullshit, by you signing it and keeping in would have helped Republicans. And by you not signing and caring about the healthcare, you're hurting them too. By rewiring people's taxes, you're not just rewiring Democrats' taxes into Elon's Doge wallet. You are also rewiring Republicans, and weren't they supposed to have more money? So not only anytime Trump tried to do something to hurt a Democrat, he hurts Republicans. So they feel that MAGA and Republicans would turn on him. They already have. Some who are diehard fans, but there's some who have. They can tolerate all sorts of wrongdoings by him and not pedophilia. I don't know. That confused me. What is this? Oh, the lip readers and what she said. All she said was nothing. She didn't say nothing. Let's go through the memes. No one has done more harm to the American people than Donald Trump and MAGA. 1 out of 3 liberals are just as stupid as the other 2. I didn't even understand what the fuck that. Shut up, dumbass. Black Lives Matter. Why did they post that? Democrats took a knee to this communist group. What? You know that's a negative racist Republican that posted this. Like, quit doing that. You're getting on my fucking nerves. Doing this racist shit. And then on top of it, when you get called racist and black people don't want nothing to do with you, colored people, Asian people, no one want nothing to do with you. You want to sit up there and cry and ask for benefits from the government. Fucking stop doing that shit. Oh, damn it. I was looking at the comments. I can't stand, like, racist. Honestly, to be racist is to be dumb. That's who the fuck posted that. And then I don't even need to say nothing because you see 338 people cursed them out. So, and then their dumb comments, I still get my money in my account. So all they do is just prove that we don't know where their brains are at. He didn't say that. And if he did, he didn't mean that. And if he did, he didn't understand that. And if he did, then it's not a big deal. And if it is, others said worse. Make America great again, Trump. The twisted logic of a Trump supporter. I'm so glad that he posted that right underneath this racist KKK Trump supporter. That's all they are. It's so funny how everybody's talking about Epstein is haunting Trump right now. He came back to haunt him from the dead. Dark Democrats, please keep doing what you're doing. Voters can see that you are crazy and should never be in charge again. Well, we're getting ready to take charge, so go ahead and enjoy because you'll have health care affordable again. Impeach Trump. Forcefully remove Trump. This is really how majority of the country feel. They want that man out now. He's ruining a lot of people. He's ruining his own life. Deranged, erratic, mindless, oafs, crying, relentlessly about Trump. You need to be crying about what Trump's doing for you. Anti-Democrat, you Democrat hater. You need to be paying attention to remember when Trump said he loved dumb people? So he can manipulate you and go ahead and take your money and wire it into Elon's pocket, which is not going to benefit Trump. Impeach Trump. Impeach him now. They've been making songs already. The people are not going to be happy until that man gets impeached. The saddest thing about liberals, wow, we got a lot of, man, you know what? Is it the first of the month? Why is it always like around time, like the first or the end of the month that MAGA is is it because you can't pay your bills or some shit? Because I always wonder, why have you noticed MAGAs go hard around a certain time of the month? And I've noticed it's around the end of the first of the month. And it must be someone didn't get their check, someone didn't get their welfare check, someone's not able to pay for their shit, something. Because then they go on progressive people's channel and they start saying a bunch of dumb shit, and the progressive person be ignoring them, and they really only be fighting with themselves in the comments. The saddest thing about liberals is that they are not intelligent enough to realize how stupid they are. Kind of like the fucking MAGA person that made that meme. The worst part about being a Trump supporter is being too stupid to realize that you've been outsmarted by an idiot. Democrats they got them jokes. A liberal is somebody who wants you to think like them. No, that's the Republicans. Liberal does not give a fuck how you think, but your thinking shouldn't come over here and kill me or kill anybody else. Honestly, I'm tired of we need to shun these racist people, because I'm tired of them living so barbaric and animalistic, and they can't get simple. Like, bitch, stop killing people. It's that fucking simple. Stop making up reasons. Immigrants, niggers, blah, blah, blah. Demons, not Christian. All these fucking words that you made up to kill people. Stop fucking doing it. Stop. 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 Guess what? That cage that you trying to put people in, boom, you in there. Sparta kick your ass up in that cage. Then remember, don't get mad with these fucking Republicans. Whoo, I already got paid. Whoo, I already got paid. Whoo, I already got paid. Oh. I already got paid. Whoo, my bills is paid. Whoo. I don't get welfare. They didn't want to get my black ass welfare, so I had to get myself welfare. Whoo. Oh, y'all. That's how them white people do. They want to convince you to get up on welfare like them, and then they fucking insurrect the government and shut it down. Now can't nobody get nothing. They the ones bitching. And then they look at you, but you're black. How do you have things? And you go work. What? But my knees are too weak to work. Come on. Stop. Don't make me go in on these MAGAs. Look at this. Look at this. A conservative is somebody who just wants you to think. Think about what, bitch? How you about to be racist and try to kill all these people out here and shit? Look at this boy. This is how a conservative just puts his hand over his heart. And he's just one with the Lord. And then he gave me $20 randomly up out his pocket. He asked for nothing random, and he just gave it, bitch. Gave it. And then he got up out my face. Because he was conservative. They just want you to think. We are thinking. We're thinking about your crazy ass. Next. Call me radical, but when President of the United States calls for Democrat lawmakers to be killed, it's time for him to be removed. Amendment 25, Section 4. Good point. You don't have a brain. You are not mentally fit to be the president. You were telling Democrats to... I hear the devil barking. You were telling Democrats to be dead just because they voiced their opinion. Yeah, no, that is a good... Let me vote that up. That's a really, really good point. That's another reason to go ahead. Like, he keep talking the way he talking. That's another reason to invoke the Amendment 25, Section 4. You are not mentally capable to be running the country. Please spay or neuter your Republican is what they meant. They did a typo. Be responsible. Yeah, that's why that's why they're doing abortions. They think if we could just spay and neuter all the Democrats, then we could have dumb Republicans and we could have slaves again. I'm telling you, this is some of their look at the way they acting. 911 is an emergency. I asked Trump voter to defend Trump without saying Obama, Clint, or Democrat. Defend Trump without offending or making fun of someone else. But I don't want America to be great or safe or prosperous or peaceful or anything like that. I just want to love Trump. That's really what the talk about. I just want to. Are you, like, dude? These Republicans. That's why Republicans with brains and money have actually like. They're like, I'm incumbent. They're like, I'm Green Party. They don't want to say. They're like, I just went ahead and became Democrat. It's temporary. Next year, maybe I'll be able to be Republican again. Like, these Republicans are making other Republicans look really bad. Who Trump represents, who Democrats represent. Democrats represent people worldwide. Yeah, these Trumpers are going in hard. I told you, something they're not able to pay for. They didn't get their welfare checks. In case you haven't noticed by now, I'm talking about the Trumpers. I'm not talking about those Republicans with money and brains. Definition is stupid. Knowing the truth, seeing evidence. Actually, no, hold on. Let me tell you before. Let me just read this. Knowing the truth, seeing evidence, but the truth of the truth, but still believing in the lie. Democrat voters. Stupidity is defined by when we hurt other people and we gain nothing from it. You don't make no money from it or nothing. So the Republican that made this meme, you look, I diagnosed you again. You're stupid. And I'm not even trying to diagnose people out here. I'm not a diagnosed doctor. So the 3,500 lies that you've told to the American public, Mr. President, which is your favorite? I don't lie. That's his favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite one too. That's with the Fox News. These are people who think Donald Trump is unstable. He is. He's saying that people should be hung and dead just because they think differently from him. But this is the dumbest propaganda I've ever seen in my life. There are plenty of Democrats who look normal. There are plenty of Republicans who are now newly reformed Democrats. They're newly refurbished. We got newly refurbished Democrats. America first. Gay president. Yeah, that is so funny to me. Y'all gonna sit up there, right? That's our president. Y'all over here showing these drag people. That's JD and our president. Hold on. I gotta show them. Hold on. No Photoshop was made in this. No, this was not done with Photoshop at all. This is the real deal. I put it everywhere. I did not make that meme. It was someone else. It was a nice Democrat, a random nice Democrat who made that meme. Time to arrest this guy. Time. I have PTSD. Pretty tired of stupid Democrats. These are the people who take like real terms that are psychological and they just fuck it up and confuse people what they actually mean. Imagine being MAGA and having to change your core principles over and over again to match Trump's whims any given week. Must be exhausting and humiliating. See these memes for the racist MAGAs? All MAGAs are racist, but it'd be going over their head. Pew! Like they don't get it. 45 was the dumbest president in history. 47 is kicking his ass. I'm stealing this. Yeah. Some people, they made some good memes out there. The best part of waking up is remembering Donald Trump is your president. Yours. And, which the truth is that Putin is your president. Worst president in U.S. history, Putin is your president. If Trump is your president, Putin is your president. The lying king, he lies more than the devil himself. It's giving him dementia. Did you know if you have a lying problem, you need to cut it out right the fuck now. You need to get in the habit of telling the truth. Because if you have a lying problem, you're going to rush dementia and early onset Alzheimer's quicker. Did you know? Because when people lie, you have to lie to yourself and you're putting yourself in another world that you're not in. And then you have to go back to remembering the truth. And you're juggling with your brain like that through your whole life. By the time you get to his age, Most people are not, their brains are not able to stay strong, so dementia starts taking over. Republicans and MAGA be like, but I like pedophiles. Inbred. This is how we start to make America great again. This is Trump he's using AI and he did a meme and he did this of he made a video of Obama being arrested, and so Trump posted Obama posted a photo of Trump actually really being arrested, but like everyone's putting Trump's face. It's just funny how karma, what goes around comes around. Like, you over here making these memes from Obama and no one needs to make a meme for you. Boring. Well, then go do something you enjoy. Stupid. This is where Trump belongs. This is how they get voted up, dude. If you agree, vote them up. Democrat Party. The Democrat Party told you not to go on that boat and stop blowing up boats. That's the Republican Party blowing up those Venezuelan boats. You need to stop because you just got war crimes. I'm going to eat you. At least he's not Trump. No, what are you talking about? Liberals in a nutshell. That's the Republicans in a nutshell, acting like a wolf. How he's gonna say, yo, what I can't get over, how can any Republican be okay with your taxes getting do you not do taxes because you're on welfare? But your taxes are expected with Trump to get rewired to Elon's pocket. How the fuck are you okay with that? How is that America first? All right, we heard you the first time. Don't be double posting memes. Who's this, the Republicans? Oh my God, seriously, go back to your cave. Is this Christy? No. Being a Democrat changes a man. You have some Republicans who are gay too. Look at JD, look at Trump. Al Green is removed from the chamber. No, he's not. That's Trump. Y'all got a picture of Trump right there. That's so racist. Try not to, y'all, when y'all like get mad and y'all start, thank you. When you guys get mad, MAGAs, try not to hit below the belt and start saying racist shit. Just saying. I mean, you can still do it and just let people call you racist, but quit crying when you get called racist. All right, let's talk about this last article. I'm just going to stuff this in here. Actually, I was going to make a video about this, but I'll talk about it over and over and over and over, that the U.S. Congress legislation, they're getting ready to end the prohibition of cannabis, marijuana nationwide and allow expungements. And then this is gaining its 60th sponsor. So it's growing. Marijuana opportunity to reinvest. Expungement. It's going to be called the MORE Act. And they picked up 2 additional sponsors yesterday, which was day before yesterday. Bringing in, what is today? November 22nd, Saturday. And they wrote this 2 days ago. Anthony Martellini. He's Italian. So anyways, they picked up 2 sponsors just a few days ago, and it's totally backed up to 60 supporting to end federal marijuana prohibition continues to grow. Yeah, so as Trump is like, trying to fry the small fries, we have Congress actually, frying the big things. But this is what makes me mad about. I'm happy about the marijuana. And you have to keep in mind that we have Republicans out there who smoke marijuana as well. But what makes me mad is how Congress is overriding Trump's THC ban. They could do this for everything and go ahead and I know it's not easy in its steps, but they could do this for everything. And they could go ahead and put a straitjacket on him and on camera in front of everyone to show the nation, if you come up here acting like a fool, we're going to throw you in the fool jail in the asylum. And you come up here killing everybody, we're going to have to get you the help that you need. So the MORE Act would remove marijuana as a federal controlled substance act effectively ending prohibition on a nationwide level. Give me a like if you like that. Thank you so much. I like it. Anyways, states would continue to set their own laws, but marijuana would no longer be treated as a controlled substance federally. What that means is that it's not seen as a crime to have marijuana. Now, this is coming from me to have a big certain amount, I bet is they're going to try and make that a crime because they're going to say that has to do with business. But yeah, basically, for someone to have a joint is not going to throw you in prison anymore, is what this means. They're decriminalizing it. But hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, we're talking about the weed. Anyways, everybody keep in mind this is not like this is a proposal that Congress is doing. They have to start setting foundation and start doing the plans because a lot of people they just hear that Trump's signing a bill and they're like, "Oh, that means it's a law tomorrow." No, these things take time and it usually takes a year for something to happen. This thing is not very tight. So where'd I leave off at? Marijuana would no longer be treated as a controlled substance federally. What does that mean? That means the dispensary, when you go to the dispensary, you can swipe your card if the dispensary chooses to. I would still do cash only to prevent thieves. Because with card, people always want to be stealing from people with that card. They call the bank and get a return and shit. But anyways, the banks would really like it because they'll be able to start making money off of marijuana. And they'll be able to start making real numbers. So that's good for the banks. It's good for those federal folks. They're the ones who need to legalize it, not us. We've already been smoking it illegal. We're going to keep doing that. Nobody fucking cares. It's them. It's the one who works for these, for the feds and everything. Which would be great for me because I can go ahead and sign more contracts and I don't have to worry about my CDLs in certain states and stuff like that. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And of course, a lot of people would make more money. The legislation is also features broad restorative justice provision. That means like people who've gotten in trouble for weed, they're supposed to be helping them out. But people are not going to get helped out right until people end this racism. Because they're only going to want to help out like white people. They're not going to want to help out black people until they end racism. Then they can go ahead and help everyone that can help the community, regardless of their color. Including expungement past federal marijuana convictions, allowing for sentencing and establishing reinvestment programs for communities for disproportionalized harm by enforcement. That's them trying to keep their little slave catchers. You need to get a whole new security. Cops ain't, they just can't do it. They started off as being slave catchers. So you guys are want to reform that to be something better? No. End it and do something completely new that honors all races, all creed, animals, everyone that you feel needs to be respected. Make sure they respect. So the revenue of new federal excise tax on, of course, told you, they're going to put marijuana sales tax, which would fund I can't read, such as job training, youth programs, and reentry support. The bill would also prevent marijuana-related convictions from being used to deny federal housing, loans, and other benefits. That it would finally open small business administration programs to marijuana businesses. Oh, like if you have a marijuana business, you could get a loan. If I was you, I still wouldn't do that because you have to pay loans back. But hey, sometimes loans help people get their business, started from scratch. And it can help your if you pay it back right, it improves your credit so you can make large purchases on your own. Although the MORE Act has cleared the House twice before. Yeah, they've been working on this actually this isn't the first time we've heard of this. Those votes came when Democrats held control of the chamber. See how the Democrats just help us out? And watch when this shit gets passed. Republicans are going to be like, Republicans voted for it all, and Democrats tried to keep it from you. I'm your friend, nigga. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, man. Y'all MAGA Republicans and how y'all got some Uncle Ruckus is talking. Y'all be making me. I be having to walk away from y'all because y'all be. If I stare in your face, I'm busting out laughing. Another proposal introduced this year states the 2.0 Act would also protect states' marijuana laws by a narrower approach. Oh yeah, narrowing in the laws make it harder for people to come back, like people like Trump, and throw out these laws. Like he really couldn't do that. It was hard for him to do that with the sovereign cities. Him and Bondi were pretty much just saying, just give up your power. Just give it up. Look, once you're losing, that's the last thing someone's finna do. It has 8 sponsors, that's the state's 2.0 Act. Though it stands out for having a bipartisan support. Something the MORE Act has yet to secure. So the U.S. Congress litigation to end cannabis prohibition nationwide and to allow expungements. Yeah, and they're talking about that. So I'll talk about that more in a video I put out. The U.S. amendment removes hemp from what amendment to remove hemp ban? They've already, so some people don't understand. Hemp is when marijuana is 0.4 and 0.3. That is hemp. Trump administration clarifies that marijuana related. I don't want to hear nothing about Trump administration. Grand jury report finds 93% of hemp products sold at the smoke shop are hemp. Like, I don't want to hear nothing about a grand jury finding shit. You guys, they're not able to research anything. They don't have any test to test how much. If they get a brownie, there's no test that they have right now to test how much THC is within that brownie or CBD or anything. Because throughout all this time, they've kept it illegal and they've been doing prohibition. And they have not allowed anybody to research. So all the research people have been doing has been illegal, has been underground, has not been mainstream. So those things right there talking about the grand jury, the government said those things, anything about marijuana, they don't know anything about marijuana yet. They got to wait for the boys out here to cultivate it and experiment and tell them about it. So anything that they 93% and they shut up. They don't even know the difference between THC and hemp right now. So they're trying to strip THC of its magic and make it GMO CBD. I made my watch a bit too tight. Medical grade THC vape deliveries, precise microdose. I know. That's why I be getting them. 10 best cannabis strands with scientific backing. Hold on, let's look at that real quick, you guys. I should have saved this for the other video, but we should look at the great. I need to confirm if these was really some great strands. Okay, saying all this genome map bullshit with the terpenes and blah 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 laboratories. OG Kush is what I'm smoking. Yes, put the fire to the head. I can't remember the rest of the song. And smoking. Why they put OG Dead Man? It's a hybrid. No, it's not. It's a all OGs are indicas. Well, but the thing about it is they made these names and now they keep changing up the strand and experimenting with the strand. So now like later next year it could be a sativa. But OGs started off as indicas, okay? Which means that you're in the couch. Let me turn the light on. So they made OG number 1 is the gold standard in stress and pain relief. Is it? I thought all Mary was standard with stress and pain relief. All right, let me get off soon. I got other things to do. Let's go through these strands though. So they said number 1 was OG Kush. I thought number 1 was gonna be that GDP, Granddaddy Perp. I thought it was a Kush too, but it's an indica. I know it's indica. They said OG Kush was number 1. Did they say that because what's his name has said that? Juicy J? Is that why they said that? But anyways, I thought Granddaddy Perk was going to be number 1, but it's number 2. Jack Herrera, that's number 1 for me. That's one of my number 1s. That's a sativa. It's usually a sativa. But like I said, they be experimenting with these strands. Next year, it could be an indica. The cognitive clarity strand. Oh my God, it's supposed to be really good for when you be thinking. And before, those people who be smoking before work. Form cookies. What you mean? What they call it? Girl Scout cookies? All the cookies? Evidence-based euphoria, anti-inflammatory effects. What the fuck strand is form cookies? That's a new ass strand. Dream Queen. That's a new strand. So sativa dominant. See, now people are talking like me. Sativa dom, indica dom. I'm just shaping the nation, the marijuana nation. Hindi Kush. I've never heard of Hindi Kush. They got Hindu Kush. It's Hindi. Y'all over here just being disrespectful. Oh, it's a Landris. That comes from Africa, which is really, really good, strong stuff. Really, really good, strong stuff. Northern Lights, I would put that further up the list. G13 Haze, I never heard of that, but let me smoke it. Pineapple Express, why would you? That's number 1 for me, BB. And it's a sativa. It's always going to be a sativa. It needs to stay a sativa and do not experiment and make it anything else but a sativa. Sativa! Don't play with my Pineapple Express. Don't play. Purple Haze. Purple Haze in my brain. Wasn't that Jimmy's? And they talk about it as a sativa. Purple Haze, nuh-uh. That's an indica, honey. Y'all experimenting too damn hard. Can y'all keep some of this shit? See, they're saying that it's a purple tie with haze mixed together. I've never even heard of purple tie. I could have just went right here to the fast shits. I want some Pineapple Express. All right, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Thanks for the people who come through and the watchers. Go smoke one. Oh, let's smoke one real quick. Stay blessed out there. Never stress.